Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be doing a deck referral on Shadow Rider again. I mean, I already did one a while back when it was revealed. But today we're going to be looking at it after it's been released for a couple weeks actually. And it's been dominating in Standard right now, but this list specifically has a new card that's coming out Evolving Skies on August 29th, I believe. That makes Shadow Rider really, really good. So yeah, and that card is going to be Galarian Articuno, not the V, just the regular one here. It's going to be this Galarian Articuno. We'll get to that later in the video. So, yeah, Shadow Rider, Calyrex. If you don't know what it does, then just go look it up. I'm not going to explain it. We have 4 copies of it. Shadow Rider is actually, in this deck, is actually our main attacker. Because we don't want to waste our our opponent's prize cards. They take with attack teams that are pretty easy to knock out now, actually, which is kind of hilarious considering that a while ago, or like a year or 2 years ago, 280 HP was a lot of HP. But now they're pretty easy to KO. Most VMAXs in the meta can easily want to KO them. But our main attacker in this deck is actually going to be the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX itself. This deck is very turbo. I guess you could call this turbo Shadow Rider Calyrex. Its one goal is to get as much psychic energy into play as possible. Turn 3, I've reached 340 damage with this deck, easy. It's really not that hard, and that's kind of nuts. Turn 4, you can go above 340. I've gone 400 turn 4 before, and maybe even 430. But yeah, this deck is just bananas how much damage you can do, and so insanely fast too. It's kind of sad considering how much power creep, but it's also, if you want to win, then this is the deck to use because this deck is bananas. So yeah, Underworld Doors, Solar's energy draws cards, and Max Guys does 10 plus 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached by your Pokemon. Really, really, really good card. And then we have 4 copies of the Shadow Rider Calyrex V as well, so a 4/4 line of that. And the new card that we have is going to be that Galarian Articuno. I already talked about that. And there's going to be 3 copies of it because it has this ability, Cold Charge. Let me put it up. You guys can see. It has the ability Cold Charge. When you place Pokemon from your hand on your bench during your turn, you may attach 2 Psychic Energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. So obviously this will help a lot with our Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX's standard output and the whole entire goal of using Underworld Door and this Galarian Articuno to just get as much energy into play as possible if you can. But we also have a pretty good attack here. Spectral Beam for Psychic colors. We do 120 damage to one of our opponent's Pokemon, and then we discard all Psychic energy from this Pokemon. So this serves 2 insane, really, really good purposes in this deck. First one is obviously just getting a whole bunch more energy into play. The more energy you got, the more damage you're doing. The second purpose is with Spectral Beam, just hitting 120 to anything allows you to finish off KOs that your Calyrex missed. Because if you're not one at killing things, you're most definitely 2 at killing things. So you can both 2 at KO things, 1 at KO things, and then also deny prize cards with the Galarian Articuno. Also serves as a nice Decidueye, I suppose. So it's kind of hard to switch it in between, you have to discard all the Psychic energies, so the 3 Psychic energy can be kind of awkward sometimes, but 3 copies of Galarian Articuno, which makes this deck really, really good. 1 copy of Cresselia with Crescent Glow, which also came out in Chile. This is not a new card, but it's like Volcanion for a Psychic energy. You get to search your deck for a Psychic energy attached to one of your Pokemon, but if it's your first turn and you go second, you get to search your deck for 3 Psychic energy instead. We have Photon Laser, and if you have 5 or more, if I have more energy in play than it is 90 more damage, so it can do 120 for 2 energy, 2 Psychic energies. And yeah, it can also be a nice out versus Decidueye. And we're going to just plant one of it, so it can be a nice alternate attacker. And Crescent Glow is really nice to go second, because obviously we really want to go first so we can play as many Fog Crystals and Footballs as we can. Get as many Shadow Riders as we can to evolve in the Shadow Rider VMAXs later. But if we go second, then we will have this Cresselia, which is also really, really great. We have 1 copy of Marshadow. Now there's only 1 or 2, I think only 1 card that rotates in it. I'm pretty sure it's a Smart Shadow. On the Marshadow 3 setting hole, once you're in turn, you may Discard a same card in play, and then discard that Pokemon all cards attached to it from the bench. Obviously, if you're playing or building this deck or seeing this video after rotation happens, then you can just play a stadium over this. We already are one stadium with one training court, so you can just play a second training court over the Marshadow. Not going to be too bad. And then we have one copy of Crobat V to round out the Pokemon. Really, really aggressive. We have Energy and Attacker. Pretty okay attacker. Yeah, I forgot to mention Astral Barrage. Being able to do 5 damage turns to your opponent's Pokemon can not only knock out something you got really, really close to knocking out with your VMAX, but also can set up for another knockout that you'll need less energy because it already has 5 damage turns on it. Yeah, we have this really, really aggressive Pokemon. We have our Energy Acceleration in our draw. We're mostly going to be drawing cards with the Shadow Rider Calyrex and our attacker. Nice alternate attacker. More energy in play, stadium, and a little bit of extra draw if we need it. Pretty straightforward stuff. This is a really, really turboed out list. Next, we have 4 copies of Professor's Research. This card does 7. He's probably the best supporter in the game right now, right next to Marnie, so we're playing 4 copies of that. 3 copies of Boss's Orders, so we can bring up our opponent's Pokemon on the bench that we want to KO, and since we're pretty often KOing things in one hit, we only need like 11 energy to do 340, and 11 energy is really, really easy to do actually with Fog Crystals, and we play a pretty high energy count actually. So our Boss's Orders can be just super aggressive Boss's Orders knockout on the VMAX is great for your tempo. And then 2 copies of Marnie. Pretty actually not that many supporters. If you want to add a couple more Marnies, I wouldn't hate it because sometimes you open a lot of energy in your hand. I'd say that's the only bad thing about this deck. You draw a lot of energy a lot of the time, and sometimes if you don't have VMAX, you don't have stuff to accelerate to on the bench, it can be a little bit annoying. But 2 copies of Marnie definitely would consider buffing that one up. We have 1 copy of Training Court, as I mentioned, as our one same card. So now going to our item cards, we have 4 copies of Fog Crystal. I actually really like, I have 4 reverse hollows. These are actually really expensive, but they were out of stock of the regular ones. They're also good about the regular ones, but I actually really like the reverse hollows. But it lets you search your deck for a Psychic Energy, basic Psychic Energy card, or a basic Psychic Pokemon and put into your hand. It's just really nice for getting out energies to accelerate with Calyrex, getting out energies getting out Pokemon, such as your Cresselia, when it's the right turn, getting out your Articuno right when you have the 2 energies in hand to use it, and getting your Shadow Rider Calyrex V's to evolve and take a bunch of VMAXs later. Then we have 4 copies of Quick Ball. Shouldn't seem as much of a surprise. Ball is great, especially in combination with Fog Crystal. We're going to have a lot of search outs for our basic V, which is exactly what we want in this super aggressive deck. We have 4 copies of Evolution Incense. So super aggressive search engine. Because our main way we're drawing cards in this deck that isn't a supporter is going to be Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. And since we play a lot of energy, a lot of search energy with Fog Crystal, Evolution Instance is almost always a card you want to see to get a VMAX to draw even more cards. 3 copies of Air Balloon, so you have a pivot, and so you have to switch out when you need it on the right turn with Cresselia, really actually important. And then 2 switch also has some switch outs. I want to make enough room for our energies here. We have a lot of energy. We have 1 copy of Ordinary Rod, which has hidden space for up here. This can be used to getting back our Marshadow in the right matchups. But most importantly, you can get back even more energy. You can get back our VMAXs and Vs when we need it. Even our Articunos, if that gets knocked out, we can even shuffle in the 2 energies and a couple Articunos, and even reuse Articunos more energy in play. Now we have energy. We have 18 energy. Which is seeming like kind of a lot, but it's not. Since we're playing a super aggressive build, almost every turn, if we have enough energy in here, come out with our Fog Crystals and our Training Court. Hopefully, our aim for every single turn is use every single Underworld Door that is available to us to just ramp energy into play super quickly. Just get as much energy into play as possible in one turn. So you want to have enough energy that you can always hit it. So we're playing 18 Psychics. That's the other thing that is kind of annoying about decks that play a lot of energy, like the Reshizard deck that Tord and Kaya played, is that they played a lot of energy. They've actually also played 18. So sometimes you're going to open hands with a lot of energy, and then, that's just something that's going to happen. That's another reason to play 4 Evolution Incense, because if you start VMAX, have another random Pokemon in their hand. We can immediately start drawing cards if we have like too much energy in hand with our Shadow Rider Calyrex. So yeah, 18 energy. Let me just lay this out because there is a large amount of energy. Yeah, 18 energy. I would maybe, yeah, you want to test a little bit less. Definitely not a bad idea because, sometimes, like I've been talking about, sometimes you draw into hands with just too much energy and you don't get to start rolling. And that's another reason why I want to bump up the Marnies because, you need psychic Pokemon on your bench to accelerate with and draw cards. Or Calyrex is one of the main drawbacks of Shadow Calyrex. But yeah, there we go. 18 energies. Really turbo list. We have a 4/4 Calyrex Articuno is really great. Both Spectral Beam and Cold Charge. Just get a whole bunch of energy and play it really quickly. Crobat, just in case we just need a little bit of draw. Crobat can be kind of annoying because your opponent will, if you end up going second and you go for your Cresselia, obviously your opponent's prize mapping is a lot easier. They just go VMAX, Cresselia, Crobat. But, if you have the Crobat and stay in the game, then definitely go for it. But other than that, that's going to do it for the deck list. I love this deck. It's super good when it sets up. It's just crazy how much damage you can do really quickly. And yeah, basically unlimited damage cap. I mean, you're probably never going to have all 18 of your energy in play at one time, but if you do, then, all the better. I mean, yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys want to see more, let me just move this so you can screenshot it, I guess. If you want to screenshot the video. Yeah, so you do it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.